Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. So today, first of all, it's been a while. I've been trying to like alternate, but I haven't just got the time. Like life is just getting in the way. But I'm gonna do a review today. I'm going back with I'm trying to do like a makeup and fitness or like lifestyle. Like I'm trying to alternate, so bear with me. But I finally, well, Anastasia had came out with a foundation and a setting powder. And I'm going to review it today. I have been on a hunt for a foundation that lasts on me, and I'm always using matte foundation, so I was like, let me give this a try. And it's called Luminous foundation, so that kind of scared me in a way, but I was like, I still wanted to give it a try. Maybe something different. Maybe it would do the opposite. Maybe it won't be as like shiny on me as I think luminous foundations are. So this is a medium coverage foundation with luminous natural finish. So that's what it's claiming. So it's your normal cruelty-free, alcohol-free, vegan, clinically, I can't even say that word. All this stuff that it claims it is. And it says it's suitable for sensitive skin and long wearing and no flashback. So we're gonna test that out, because the setting powder I got is the translucent setting powder, and it's pretty light or white. See that? It looks pretty white. So let's see if it's no flashback on that one. Oh wait, actually the loose setting powder doesn't even say no flashback. So on the packaging it'll say like, come on, oh there it goes. So right here it says all the stuff like it does have or doesn't have and all the claims. So the foundation does say no flashback, but the powder doesn't. So that's a bummer. So hopefully it isn't any flashback. I don't really bake anyway, so hopefully that doesn't affect me. So the foundation, I bought it in the color 220N. I was at the store swatching all of them, and it was just so hard for me to swatch because like either if one was too light, one was too dark, I couldn't really find one, and I didn't feel like buying two of them. So hopefully this works out. So the packaging is like your normal size foundation, and it's glass, and I really do like the packaging because it's really nice and sleek, and I like the fact that it says foundation right on the side. I feel like that is so cute. And of course it's even better because it has a pump. So I'm gonna be doing one side of my face with a brush and then one side with a sponge. So, and it looks pretty, not thick, but it's like not as runny as like a liquid foundation. So I don't know if that's affecting anything, but I grabbed 3 pumps, and I'm gonna do this side, tap it all around, and I think I'm gonna do this side with the brush. And it doesn't have a smell neither, so that's good. I mean, I don't really care for smells for foundations, but if it does have it, it doesn't really matter to me. So it blended out pretty good. It does look a little bit whiter on camera, but in person, the color matches me pretty good. And plus, I don't know if this is gonna oxidize, so if it does oxidize, it's gonna be darker. But it's blending in pretty good. And I forgot to mention, I don't have any primer on. I don't really believe in primers. I mean, the only primer I use is the Becca one, and I only use that if I'm going out at night. But I only moisturize my face and applied sunscreen. So far it blended in really good, like fast, I guess. It blended in fast. And it doesn't look like it's leaving texture. It looks pretty smooth, actually. I look white as hell on camera, but I promise it does not look this white in person. All right, so let's see how it looks close up. Okay, like I was saying, close up, it looks like your normal foundation, like when it's not set. I actually like the finish because it's not really too luminous, I guess, as they say. So I think it said it was a natural finish. So that's definitely true. I feel like it does look like a natural finish. Doesn't look too matte, doesn't look too shiny. And it feels like normal, like sticky when it's not set. So I always have a problem with my foundations around my nose and like this right here, especially in the summer, since I always get sunburn like right here and on my nose. But I always get the sunburn right here and it kind of looks like a little bit dry. But I'm always expecting that anyway because I always have that problem. But my nose, the same thing, like I have really enlarged pores and my skin type is really oily. So my nose part, like it always kind of settles in my nose, like my pores. But whatever, I mean, I just deal with it. Just nothing really I could do. And I don't really like pore filling primers. I feel like they don't even work. I feel like they leave me slippery as hell. But anyway, I feel like it looks really good. On camera, it does look white again, but it kind of does match. See? I feel like just my natural side kind of has like more of a redder, like sort of like red spots, I guess. But it looks pretty smooth on this side. I actually like it. So let's see how the other side is gonna look with the sponge. And I feel like the pumps I use, like I used 3. I probably could have used 2. Because I feel like it is a little bit too much. I put too much, I mean. So I'm just using a damp sponge, and this sponge is the Eco2 sponge, and I love this sponge. So remember with sponges, they do tend to like soak up the product, so it would look a little bit more sheer sometimes. I feel like that's true with like certain foundation. So again, it is blending in pretty fast. And it's not drying up as fast as like some like other foundations do. So you have time to like play with it and blend everything out. But again, it is blending out pretty good. Like it's not giving me a problem. So around my nose, I always have to like press it right here, because then I'll have like a gap of a spot with no foundation. So it looks like from far away, it does look pretty like the same as the other side actually. This side right here, it looks a little bit more matte than right here. So I don't know. Maybe my oils are starting to kick in, I don't know. But I do like the finish with both, like with both applicators, the sponge and the brush. So it looks pretty, like it looks the same from far away. So let's see from close. All right, so looking at it close up, like my nose does look smoother with the sponge side. And I do notice that a lot with my textured ass nose and my pores. Like when I use the sponge, it's so much better on my nose than the brush. Because remember, the brush kind of like exfoliate. Like if you use the brush and you kind of like buff it, it kind of like messes with everything on your skin. And it makes it look a little bit more textured. Because it's kind of lifting up the skin and everything, like if you have dead skin cells. But I do like it. I like both. So I think I rather use the sponge side. I think I like the sponge side better. Yeah, definitely. So that is that. So I'm gonna put some concealer. Let's see how it works with the concealer. I'm just gonna use my ColourPop concealer. This is the concealer I use mostly all the time. I don't know why I'm looking so white on camera, but I swear in person, like, I look normal. I guess because I'm sitting in front of the window, so maybe like the exposure on the camera and stuff. Since I have it on auto, I don't know. It's looking a little bit white, but in person it looks good. So that blended in pretty good with that foundation. So do they have a concealer? I don't remember. I don't really remember if they have a concealer. I don't think they do. But maybe they are coming out with a concealer since they're coming out with the foundation and the setting powder. So maybe that's next. So let's see. But so far, so good. Up close, it looks pretty good still. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. Again, I'm sitting in front of my window, so you're gonna hear cars ride by, motorcycles and all that shit. So that's the noise you hear in the background. But anyway, so I'm going to set now. So I'm gonna, this white powder is kind of scaring me. It's not like your Laura Mercier that has like an off-white kind of color. So this one is coming out, it looks pretty white, and it's saying it's translucent. So let's see how that works. So this one is pretty big. It's kind of reminded me, what size is this? It's 25 grams. It's a pretty big container, like a pretty good amount. It's kind of reminding me of the Coty Airspun powder that I love. This one's saying 65 grams and this is 25. So maybe it's just the packaging. I don't know. But this one has a lot. Let's see, like my Too Faced one. Let's see how much that one has. So my Too Faced one has 17 grams. So this is like a little bit bigger than I guess the normal one. How about my Maybelline? Maybelline is 20 grams. So yeah, it is a pretty good amount of powder. And I think the prices are like, how much was it? I forgot to mention that. So the price of the foundation, 39, right? No, 38. So the foundation was 38 and the powder was 36, which I must admit, like, I'm so cheap when it comes to foundations, but I'm trying to like test the waters out because if I really think about it, I don't use my foundation often enough to waste it as fast as I think. So me buying a $38 foundation shouldn't affect me money-wise. So I don't know why I worry about that. So I'm just going to, it has like a little sifter, so that's a good thing. You could just pour it on the cap. And let's touch it. So this is how it looks like when I touch it, and like when I blend it in, it kind of leaves like a white cast to it. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it kind of looks a little bit white in person. Oh my god, my hands are so stinking hairy. I hate that. Oh my goodness. But anyway, it does feel pretty like silky. It's kind of reminding me of like the HD powders. And I don't know about you, but I heard the HD powders give you flashback. So if you see my finger, it kind of looks white. So I'm definitely not baking with this. So I'm just going to use a fluffy brush and just set everything with this. They did have like other colors, but like They had like a peachy, not a peachy, like a beige kind of color. But I said, let me just try this because I didn't want it to like alter the color of the foundation because I wasn't sure about the color anyway. So I'm just using my e.l.f. brush with this. I love this e.l.f. brush. So like this one and like the flatter one, they're so good for like powders. Powder is going on pretty good. It doesn't look like it's leaving me white, at least not yet. So I just put like a thin layer at a time so it doesn't look cakey or anything, because I do have to go out after this. So before I set this part right here, you want to take out the creases and then go in with the powder and set it. So yeah, and I was just like tapping it like that. I'm not wiping. I feel like tapping it gives you like the best results. All right, so let's see how it looks close up. So I'm looking pretty matte. What does this claim? It just says it's a setting, a loose setting powder, a lightweight loose setting powder, and it does feel pretty lightweight, and my face does feel good. Like it feels like my normal skin, I guess. Like it doesn't feel like I have makeup on. So that's pretty good, especially for the summer, because the summer you don't want to feel like you have all this makeup on. All right, so I guess that's it for the powder. Again, it looks pretty matte, but it doesn't look like overly matte. So it looks like a natural matte, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't feel like I look too matte to where like I'm going out at night or something. All right, so I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then just come back. All right, so I am back, and I just finished off my face with some bronzer, of course, because it was a little bit white on camera. I mean, I'm white as girl, so anyway, I had... Ooh. All right, so I just finished everything off camera. I just did my bronzer, blush, and highlight, and my lips to finish off my face because I do have to go work. I have a client. But so far, the foundation is looking really good. I really thought that this was gonna look more luminous, like the bottle says. I mean, that's a good thing to me because I didn't want it to be too luminous because I do have oily skin. So I like my foundations a little bit more on the matter side to like hold off the oil, you know, so I'm not looking too, I don't mind looking luminous as long as it's like 4 hours from now. So with that being said, I expect foundations to last at least 4 hours. After that, I do start expecting any foundation to start getting a little bit more oily and stuff like that. So hopefully this doesn't happen because I really do like my foundation and I really do like the way it looks on me. All right, so I am back and I did the rest of my face and my eyes because I do have a client later on, so I have to look presentable. Well, not later on, in a few like an hour or so. So everything does look really good together with the foundation on top of the foundation. I really do like the fact that it still looks matte. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I thought since it said luminous, it was going to be a little bit more glowy, but that's a good thing for me because I do have oily skin. So I don't want this shit to look oily as soon as I put it on. I want it to look luminous in a few hours. So hopefully when my natural oils start kicking in, it doesn't look as greasy or anything like that. Because again, I do have oily skin, so that happens pretty fast. So I do expect it to look good up to like the 4-hour mark. I feel like that's like a good mark for foundations. Anything longer than that, like you can't expect a foundation to last more than 5 hours. Like I don't think that's possible. I mean, unless it's like, I don't know, unless it's like double wear. I think that's the only one that kind of lasts longer. But of course your oil will start kicking in and it will start like messing with the foundation, and you know, it will get a little bit slippery. So you do have to touch up later on with foundations and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be touching up because that's just too big to carry around in my purse. But I'm going to come back home in like a few hours. It's 12:30 right now. And I have a client at like 1:30, I think. So I am going to do that, and it's, let's say, I think 4 hours. What's 4 hours from now? 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. So around 4:30, maybe 5, I think I'm going to do a little check-in when I get back. If I'm not back, I think I'm just going to do the check-in while I'm out from my car or something. I don't know wherever I'm at, because I do have to go to the store before I get here. But anyway, so I'll just try to do whatever works for me at that time, and that way you guys could see how the foundation looks and stuff. But yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys in a few hours for the update. All right, so I'm back and it's 5:30 already. You see that? And so far, of course, it's kind of greasy right here. The forehead is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but of course, like my foundations, I noticed it started getting greasy around the 4-hour mark. I'm like positive, like on me, foundations, like 4 hours is just the max. I mean, I don't really expect anything to go further than that, so that's why I'm not that disappointed. But overall, like the foundation does look nice. I think it still looks nice on my skin. I just feel like I look a little bit greasy right here, but I could just easily touch that up with. But overall, I feel like up close, it looks pretty smooth. It doesn't look cakey. You know how some, after a little while, like some foundations and like powders look cakey and like kind of like moved a little bit, but it doesn't look like that. So that's a plus. And this is me not wearing a primer. I know some people believe in primers. I kind of don't, because I feel like my mattifying primer works good, but I don't think it works to make my makeup last. I feel like nothing really works for me. So, but overall, I do like the foundation. It went on really good and really like smooth, and I like the sponge, like the sponge side better, like the application of it. But I do like it. So but yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to touch this up if I want to keep this on. But yeah, I hope you guys like the review / wear test, and I guess I see you on the next one. I think I have a few foundations I want to try, because I am on a hunt for like a really good foundation, and I have to get back in my makeup mood. So but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I see you on the next one.